Hello everyone, I am Nagabalan, working as Assistant Professor in Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering, RMD Engineering College. In this presentation, I am going to explain briefly about that stepper motor types, that is variable reluctance stepper motor, single stack, that construction and also working principle, modes of operation. So these are the things just I'm going to explain in this presentation in very simple manner. Before entering into the stepper motor and its types, we must know about what are the classification of special machines. What are the machines will be coming under special electrical machines? So here we have a simple thing. I think that electrical machines, we know that rotating machines we have, and also that transformer, stationary machines we have. And how can we get that electrical machines into special electrical machines? If you are making some changes in the particular electrical machines, for example, so we that color in purple, that is pink, just I have shown. Sorry, that color in yellow, just I have shown. Permanent magnet brushless DC motor, that is BMBLDC. Which means I'm taking a DC motor, normal machine, and I'm trying to make something inside that. I'm going to insert the permanent magnet and also going to remove that brush. So brushless permanent magnet DC motor, it is named. So this kind of names only we are getting for the special electrical machines with from that electrical machines. So these are the possible machines. In our syllabus, we have this kind of special electrical machines. And here today, I'm going to explain about the stepper motor. And in the stepper motor itself, I'm going to explain about a particular type of construction and also working principle. Here, the special electrical machines: stepper motor, switched reluctance motor, permanent magnet brushless DC motor, permanent magnet synchronous motor, synchronous reluctance motor, linear induction motor, hysteresis motor, repulsion motor, and also AC series motor, and so on. So we have a lot of special electrical machines. In this presentation, stepper motor, I'm going to explain here. Stepper motor, I think this is a simple possible. Normally, in practically, we are using this kind of stepper motor. In this unit, we can have this kind of topics we have, and the constructional features for three types. So we have to identify what are the types in stepper motor. Stepper motor types: that variable reluctance stepper motor, permanent magnet stepper motor, hysteresis stepper motor. Three we have. Now I'm going to take that variable reluctance stepper motor now. That constructional features and also principle of operation I'm going to explain in this presentation. Now this is a different types of stepper motor for your view, because we know that we have a stepper motor in size, it will be varied, everything that based on the applications we can use this kind of size. Now this is a stepper motor. We have the construction. Normally we can say that that stator we will be having, and the stator it is made up of silicon steel stampings, and it is winding will be present inside. Winding will be present on that, and the rotor will be here. The variable reluctance stepper motor and also the magnetic parameters will be using that. We know that reluctance is a opposing property of the magnetic flux. So whenever we have that high amount of flux will be passing, that we have the minimum reluctance path is identified. Immediately the rotor will be choosing the particular minimum reluctance. That is the variable reluctance principle normally we are using for this one. And this is a practically stepper motor we are using. Whenever we are explaining the stepper motor, the term step angle will be there. We can give the step-by-step angle. That step angle will be moving, that rotor will be moving in step-by-step manner. Finally, it will be achieving rotating and the complete revolution by giving the different types. That term is related with the resolution also. The resolution is number of steps to be taken to rotate the motor by getting the revolution. And here the complete thing just we came under that what we are going to discuss now. Types. We have three types of stepper motor. First one is variable reluctance stepper motor. Second one is a permanent magnet stepper motor. Third will be the hybrid motor. So This is a type, complete type. Now we are going to discuss about that variable reluctance stepper motor. Variable reluctance stepper motor is not only the complete thing, it will be having the subdivided topics we have. So this is complete classification we can identify here. First, as per the construction, without permanent magnet, with permanent magnet, we can use a permanent magnet in stepper motor, and also we will not be using. If you are not using any permanent magnet motor, which means that will be acting and will be working with the magnet, and we are not using any permanent magnet. That is the variable reluctance. Whenever we have, that is non permanent magnet, so easily here we can identify the term variable reluctance stepper motor. So in this class, in this presentation, I am going to explain about there is no permanent magnet is involved in this presentation. The same way it will be magnetizing through that excitation. In variable reluctance stepper motor and with a permanent magnet motor, we have two: permanent magnet stepper motor, hybrid stepper motor. Both we can use a hybrid. Nothing we are going to have. If we are going to make a hybrid stepper motor, we are combining that property of the variable reluctance and also the construction. We are combining the variable reluctance and also permanent magnet. We can make the hybrid stepper motor. In this presentation, I'm going to explain briefly and in simple way about that single stack motor construction and also principle of operation. Now, first we will be discussing the variable reluctance motor. First, I will explain the construction, followed by just I will go to the principle of operation, how it is working. Now, the variable reluctance stepper motor, single stack, just I am discussing with you. This is a complete thing. Stator and rotor will be there. We can give the number that A dash, B dash will be there. Now, we should not make that single pole as a magnet, because we need a north pole and south pole. So north pole to south pole flux will be passing. That flux will be creating a complete flux, a complete magnetic path. That complete magnetic path will be creating, that path is your minimum reluctance, because whenever high amount of flux is passing in particular path, there is a little amount of reluctance. Immediately the rotor is liking, it will be like to move to the particular position. The rotor will be choosing a minimum reluctance position. That principle is that variable reluctance principle of stepper motor. So A dash I am choosing here just for giving the excitation. We are connecting C dash A dash for giving that easy understanding. Just I have given a colors, and here for getting that complete construction of single stack variable reluctance stepper motor, stator and rotor will be there, and this will be copper, and this is made up of silicon steel stampings, and also this is coated and laminated by using paper or varnish. The normal what we had in the previous electrical machines, that same kind of the construction and laminations will be. Why we are giving this kind of laminations? By reducing the losses, eddy current and hysteresis losses will be there, and by reducing that losses for this kind of material we are using, and also paper or laminated, that is varnish or paper will be coated for giving the insulation. Here will be increasing the magnetic flux. So that's for this case only just we are using. Next we are I'm showing the complete normal view of how if you are in dismantling this kind of thing, and this is a stator and rotor. For our practical understanding, just I have added this diagram, and here how it is working and how it is connected. I have given the important thing about A dash. A dash, it will be connected like this, and one switch will be there. Now I can give the excitation. I can give the excitation. So in the previous slide, just I will be showing here. In the previous one, just I am showing here one this I want to give the excitation for A dash. So immediately I have to close or open the switch. I have to give the excitation color in yellow. Here I'm closing this one. Immediately A dash will be excited. A dash is excited means one will be the north pole and second will be the south pole. At the time these two will be getting off. Immediately that excitation, that will be excited by using this kind of DC supply. Now this is one phase excitation. It will be discussed with the modes of operation in the later slides. And if you want to get the two excitation, S1 and S2 both together, this will be closed. Now this will be getting on and this will be getting on. At the same, this will be getting off. Any two excitation will be given at the same time, two phase on by closing the switches. Now that easy understanding, S1 is closed. S1 is closed means A dash will be getting activated. S2, B dash, and S3 is C dash. Once if you are closing, this is connected with the DC supply for perfect excitation. Now, the complete principle of operation will be explaining with three modes. First one is one phase on or full step operation. It will be having the different name. And the second will be the two phase on mode. Third will be the combination of mode 1 and 2. That will be half step mode. Now, just I will be explaining. Now, I want to explain an important one about if you are going for mode 1, that will be 30° of step angle will be developed. And mode 2, that will be in between the 30 and 60° in between it will be present. And mode 2 will be the combination. That will be 0, 30 will be there. Here 15 will be there. So 0, 15, 30, 45. So like that only according to the selection of number of poles. And first we are going for that mode 1 of operation. So S1 is closed. S1 is closed. Mode 1 of operation. What it says, I think it will be only one phase on. Only one phase on means S1 is alone closed. So A dash is getting. Now A dash is energized. Immediately we can see the number 1 and 3 is a rotor number, and it will be choosing that minimum reluctance position. Now that excitation will be BB dash. BB dash means this is the excitation. BB dash is getting excited. Now how it will be there? Now BB dash means immediately the rotor will be trying to choose the minimum reluctance path. Now we will be thinking one will be moving from A to B, but it is not possible. Why it is not possible? You can see the pole shoe. Here pole shoe will be there. Here pole shoe will be there. Now this is excited. This is excitation means this is the minimum reluctance path. Immediately the rotor pole will be trying to choose this position. Now one will try to move, but you can see the distance between these two, and here the distance is too short. Immediately the position 4 will be aligning and it will be mingling with the BB dash. Now this is a position. Now if you are going for this kind of angle, that will be 30° will be moving in the clockwise direction. If I want to give the clockwise anti-clockwise direction, I have to give that C dash excitation after giving the excitation to A. So now S1 is closed, that will be 0°. Now S2 is closed, it will be 30°, and S3 is closed. Now S3 is closed means C. Again 30° will be there. Now it will be choosing that particular position. Now that 4 will be presenting here. 4 will be placed and presenting here, and 3 will be very short, and 3 will be choosing the C dash. Now further 30° will be. So there 30°, 60° and 90°. And what are the things we are making for one phase excitation? 30° displacement will be there. This is one phase excitation. Here just I can explain in the simple diagram and how it will be moving 0° and how it will be attracted, that I am showing here. Next, after making this one, and you will be BB dash, and it will be settled. After that, you will be moving 60° and 90°, and so on. Now, I can explain with that simple explanation, that is S1, S2, S3. We can analyze either for clockwise direction or anti-clockwise direction. Now I will be choosing for clockwise direction. Now S1 will be present. I'm putting the star, that will be excited or energized. So S1 means that will be 0°. Only S2 means that will be 30°. Only S3 means that is 60°, and so on. If you are going for up to, we can make for complete revolution, and it will be continued after completing one revolution for one phase on. That will be, we can say, that is full step operation. And the second will be just we are by continuing this one, counterclockwise direction, S1, S2 I am giving. The clockwise direction S1, instead of S1, S2 I am giving S3. So that's a very simple manner. If you are understanding any one concept, then we can go for the next one. If you are first we are starting from S1 as 0, and S2 we are giving that will be 30 degree, and S3 we are giving that is also 30 degree instead of this one, but that will be moving in clockwise or anti-clockwise direction. So as per our excitation what we are giving. And here just a small animation about just what I have explained now. And first I'm giving the excitation for A dash. It will be choosing. Immediately I'm changing the excitation to somewhere. I'm changing the excitation here. Now the rotor will be trying to choose and will be choosing the minimum. Now this animation, both animation will be showing the complete thing about that anti-clockwise direction. So simply how we are giving the excitation and how the rotor will be choosing the particular excitation by changing one by one. And the phase 2 is very simple, I think. So instead of one phase, I'm giving two phase excitation. Here one phase excitation will that one phase excitation just I'm giving now, and two phase A and B, that is S1 and S2 I'm giving. So in a simple way I can explain. S1 S2 I'm giving, that will be A B phase is energized 15 degree, because so first we are choosing S1, that will be 0, S2 that will be 30 degree for only one phase excitation. If you are going for two phase excitation, the force will be acting in between that 15 degree. So S1 S2 is acting, that will be energizing alone, that is 15 degree, and also S2 and S3 that will be 45 degree. Here also we can say clockwise and counterclockwise direction, and also S1 and S3 again 40. First one will be 15 degree and next one will be in between what we are having in the previous one. Between 0 to 30 it will be present, and between 30 to 60 it will be present. So if you are giving the excitation for 2, this is two phase excitation, will be coming under mode 2. And mode 3 is very simple, that is a combination of these two. That will be, if you are going for first phase, that is S1 phase, here just I am showing, going for S1 that will be 0, and S1 and S2 that will be 15, and S2 alone 30, S2 S3. First mode 1, mode 2, mode 1, mode 2, mode 1, mode 2, like that only we are having. Here just I am showing what phase we are giving the excitation. That is half step operation we can say for mode 2. Here just I am giving the complete explanation. Simply we are taking from mode 1 the first diagram I am taking, from mode 2 I am taking the second diagram, from mode 1 I am taking the third diagram. That is showing and giving the complete explanation about those things. And that micro stepping is nothing. Here we are making the step angle, that is 0 degree, 15 degree, 30 degree. We have discussed in the previous case. But micro stepping also, by changing number of poles and number of stator poles and rotor poles, we can change, and we will be changing the stepping. If we are going for a micro stepping, that is very much greater effort for that making that angle, that resolution, that is number of steps will be greater, and that is very good for creating that efficiency will be very greater and accuracy is more. Okay, so this is a important thing just I wanted to explain by using that variable reluctance motor, single stack construction and also operation. Construction we have simple one, and we have that principle of operation. Mode 1 is full step operation by giving one phase excitation, mode 2 by giving two phase excitation, and mode 3 is a combination of 1 and 2. So in this class, in this presentation, just I try to explain about that variable reluctance stepper motor, single stack, construction, and also that working principle with 3 modes. So thank you all for your patience. Hope I have explained briefly and simply about that principle of operation and construction of variable reluctance stepper motor. Thank you all.